Hey everyone, I'm EVCHL250, and in this video I will be overviewing a new product that Dual-Lite has sent me. Very nice of them. I'm really looking forward to opening this up and checking it out. You might remember a while back they sent me another product to review, that being the EVCHL. Go check that out if you haven't seen that video. And again, they were very nice enough to send me another new unit, but this time it is a exit sign and emergency light combo. So let's get into it. So this is the box that it comes in. There is a label on the side that we'll check out. This is the Dual-Lite EVCHL, and here is the full model number. There's also a brief description if you're interested in looking. So yeah, pretty cool. So this is a new combo, and now let's open up the box and see what's inside. Here is what was inside of the package. We have the main exit sign unit. We then have a second faceplate if you want the sign to be double face. Here is the ceiling and wall canopy and the metal mounting bracket for it and two screws. We then have two arrow inserts for the face plates to identify the exit direction. And then we have both of the emergency light lamp heads. And lastly, I thought this was interesting, there's two blank inserts if you weren't using the emergency light heads. It looks like we will need to assemble the emergency light lamp heads to the combo itself. So in order for us to do that, we need to remove the faceplate, and this also gives us an opportunity to look on the inside of the unit. So taking that off, the first thing I'm looking at is this large battery. This is a high capacity battery that will power the combo itself in emergency mode. Here is the main circuit board with some connectors. Here's the battery connector, and then some quick connectors that I'm assuming are for the emergency light heads. There are the four red LEDs that will light up the exit sign faceplates. Here's the AC connections, and then lastly we have the label up there which provides some more information. So that's everything on the inside, just kind of briefly overviewed, I guess. So let's get the emergency light heads assembled. So there's two holes on the side of the combo, and it's pretty easy. You just feed the wires through the hole, and then once those go in, you snap the lamp head and it's ready to go almost. I'll do this with the other lamp head, and the last thing we need to do is run the wires to where the quick connectors are and make sure the red goes to the red wire and the black goes to the black wire. Both of the lamp heads have been fully assembled and connected to the quick connections, so now we can snap the faceplate back on and insert the arrow punch outs. And there is the Dual-Lite EVCHL. So this is a combination exit sign and high lumen output emergency light. I really like the looks of this combo. I think the adjustments are great. They do not limit you, and you can adjust them pretty much in any direction. And speaking of the lamps, there's actually two ways to install them on the combo itself. I use the default method, which is one on each side, and that's good for ceiling or wall mount installations. But you can actually have both of them on one side of the combo, and you'd want to do this if you are in mounting the combo. Here's an example of what an in-mounted exit sign looks like. And I really like this feature because with other brands and models of exit sign combos, you either have to remove one head and throw it away, so you're limited on your emergency lighting, or one of the other heads, you can't really adjust them well. But when you in-mount the combo and place both heads on one side, the adjustments are still there and you still have both of your emergency light heads, and I really like that. Let's talk about the EVCHL's features and options. So as I mentioned earlier, this is a combination exit sign and high lumen output emergency light. All that last part really means is the emergency light optics are brighter compared to standard Dual-Lite models. You might even recognize the optics. These are actually the same on the Dual-Lite EVHC, which is another high lumen output emergency light that's been around for a while. So a combo like this would best suit areas where you have large open spaces like gyms or warehouses, or even instances where the combo is installed high up on a wall or a ceiling. This combo is also equipped with Dual-Lite's Spectron self-diagnostics, And if you're unaware of what Spectron is, it's pretty much a tiny computer that's on the inside of the unit that is constantly scanning for any faults. And you can see under the service alert codes all the faults it will detect. And if it finds one, it will let you know by blinking the red indicator light in a certain pattern, which is easy for maintenance. It'll tell you if there's anything that's ever wrong. And additionally, it will also self-test the unit every month, which keeps you in compliance with NFPA codes. So now for some options that the combo offers. You can get the letters in red or green, and the housing can be white or black. And then also the combo is available in two different forms. You can either get the one you're seeing right now that has the two 6-watt emergency light optics, or you can get a headless version which has a 12-watt remote capacity for two different types of Dual-Lite remote heads if you need them. But the combo, as you see it right here with the two heads, is not available with remote capacity. You would have to get the headless version if you need that. With the EVCHL fully overviewed, let's get it installed and see how well it performs. Here it is, fully installed, and for this installation I chose ceiling mounting, and it looks good. I like the appearance of it installed. We'll go ahead and initiate a self-test by pressing the test button, and Spectron will take over. You can see the optics on it are very, very bright. Camera has a hard time picking it up, and this will test itself for a minute. Again, very, very bright optics on the combo. You can see even with the main lighting on, it's still very bright, and with its surroundings, I think it looks good. Looks modern, and I think it blends nicely. While the EVCHL does blend into its surroundings, I think it still easily grabs your attention to guide you to the nearest exit. For this particular installation, I have the EVCHL in a decently sized room. It's not the largest room out there, but it's definitely not the smallest, and it's installed 9 feet from the floor, so it might be a little bit overkill for this installation, but we can still see the general performance of the unit. So now let's cut off the AC power. The combo is in emergency mode, and the brightness of the emergency light optics is fantastic. The unit will provide an even and maintained light output for a minimum of 90 minutes. If we check on how the unit performs in this space, you can see it's almost entirely illuminated. While this particular installation might be a bit overkill for this room, it still proves just how bright the light output is on the EVCHL. Let's test out the Spectron self-diagnostics on the EVCHL. So I've removed the faceplate, and I'm going to do a simple fault. I'll unplug the battery. So now the battery's been disconnected, and if we look down here, the LED light is flashing once in red, and on the key it says 1 red flash means battery disconnected. So if you're doing your routine inspections of your exit lighting in a building, or if you happen to see it, you can see the fault code and open up the sign to do any replacements or repairs. In our case, we just need to plug the battery back in, which is a pretty simple fix. And now we have a green indicator, meaning everything's all normal. I only have one complaint to share with this combo, and it's with the emergency light heads. I did mention you can adjust them in any angle, any position that you need, and I really like that. But my only complaint about them is the plastic that holds them together is not too sturdy. It's really easy to adjust the heads on them, and something I would worry about is if, for example, you had the head adjusted somewhere, and if someone accidentally bumped it or hit it, it would easily move. Which I guess that's not the biggest problem, but something I noticed with this particular one when I was first messing with it, and you can see it's doing this now, I'm trying to adjust it backwards, but as soon as I let go, it likes to let go of the head. It kind of loses its grip. You can see sometimes it depends on the angle. And even the mounting plate where the heads go on, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see me barely moving this head, it kind of comes out a little bit, and I'd be worried again if someone hit this head, this entire assembly would pop out, which isn't good. But overall, I think that'd be something easy to fix if the plastic was just made a little bit tougher, a little bit thicker. I think that problem would go away. The rest of the housing, however, feels very secure and very durable. It doesn't feel like it could easily break and shatter. Same with the canopy. Me shaking it, it doesn't feel like it's going to break or go anywhere, which is a good thing. So I love this part of it. Again, my only complaint would just be the head housing assembly, like this C shape and this mounting bracket. So I think an easy fix would just be increasing the thickness in the plastic and making it a little bit more durable, just like the rest of the housing is. I can't emphasize it enough how much I really like the head adjustments on the EVCHL. Pretty much any angle, any position is covered, and which is great. I know some brands, some models can limit the adjustability, but it can be positioned any way you need it, which I love that for getting precise adjustments. So really cool, and I like that a lot. That will conclude my full overview of the Dual-Lite EVCHL high lumen output exit sign and emergency light combination unit. I want to greatly thank the Dual-Lite team and Current Lighting for making this video possible and sending me this unit to try out and give my honest opinion of. So big shout out and thanks to them. I will have links below if you want to learn more about the EVCHL or any other Dual-Lite products out there. So overall, I really like the EVCHL. It is a great high lumen, high output combination unit. I highly recommend it for areas where, again, you have large spaces, the combo's installed high up, or if you just need a very bright combination unit. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Dual-Lite and Current Lighting, and I hope to see you in the next video.